In the show Young Justice, amongst the world's greatest heroes, Harper Row sets herself apart as the bravest person of them all. Let me explain. Welcome to this video series, Meaning in Media, where I uncover the life lessons and deeper meaning in popular media so that we can apply them to our own lives. Today I will be looking at Harper Row from the DC Universe series, Young Justice. In the comics, Harper Row is a member of the Bat family and a superhero, taking on the mantle of Bluebird. Her abilities include expert acrobat, marksman, and specialty in mechanical engineering and electrical fields. But in Young Justice, she is none of these things. So what makes her so special? In Young Justice, Harper Row is seemingly a normal girl at Happy Harbor High School, where Violet and Fred Bug with 2 G's attend, and also Miss Martian, aka Megan Moores, works there as a counselor. One day, Harper is called into Megan's office after skipping school and being caught with alcohol and a gun. Megan is deeply concerned for Harper. Like other days, Harper shows signs of abuse. She has bruises on her shoulder that she brushes off just by saying that she was roughhousing with her brother Colin. But Megan doesn't buy this excuse at all. She brings up that Harper's brother Colin recently also had a black eye. Harper immediately drops the charade, drops the act. She comes clean, sort of, saying that she knows what would happen if she told Megan exactly what her father does to them, that she would be separated from her brother and placed into foster care. And so, like she said, it was just rough housing. This fear that Harper has of being placed into foster care and separated from her brother Colin is sadly a very legit fear. Oftentimes, siblings placed in foster care do end up in different homes. But I also think that Harper fears change. Human beings, we are very reluctant we change. We like the status quo. We have a fear of the unknown. Sometimes, no matter the hardships, we settle for the familiar. You know the saying, the devil you know is better than the one you don't. The meaning of this phrase is that dealing with a terrible thing that you already know and have faced is more preferable to something new and unknown. For all you know, that new thing could be even worse. But Harper's life is already pretty bad. She has to watch over her younger brother, Colin. Unfortunately, many children in foster care and also children who've been abused take on responsibility that normal children don't have to deal with. And for Harper Row, she fully takes on that responsibility of protecting her brother Colin, which is the responsibility that should fall onto a parent's shoulders instead of hers. Harper is usually a literal human shield for Colin. Their father's aggression is usually saved for her, but due to her recent circumstances of being in jail because she was caught with alcohol and a gun, she wasn't there for her brother, and Colin had to bear the pain of dealing with their father. Before this conversation, Megan is already certain that 2 children are being abused. How did she discern this? Did she use her telepathy to read Harper's mind? Or did she use her invisible and phasing powers to spy on the Harper home? No, she just sees the troubling signs in front of her. Signs of physical child abuse includes bruises, welts, burns, or other injuries that can't be explained or don't match with the child's story. Injury marks that have a pattern like a form of a hand, belt, or other objects. Injuries that are at different stages of healing. Medical or dental issues that go untreated. The person avoids any kind of touch or physical contact. The person is afraid to go home. The person withdraws from friends and activities.
You know, I've seen plenty of bruises on you, but I've never seen any on Colin before now.
Miss Martian is one of the most powerful members of the team. She has the strongest psychic mind in the universe. She can fly, can shapeshift, can phase through anything, has super strength. The list goes on and on. But her most heroic ability doesn't require her to have superpowers. No, her most heroic ability is the ability to just listen and be there and be caring for the person and have empathy. It's not easy to get someone out of an abusive relationship. There are many reasons why a person will stay in one. At the end of the day, it's ultimately their decision. But Megan seems to be doing her best to get Harper out of this. She's being calm and not judgmental. One of the most important things she does is acknowledge that Harper is in a very difficult and dangerous situation. Megan also reassures Harper that she is not alone and that she will be there for her every step of the way.
I know you're afraid of what comes next, but I am going to be there to help you through it. And I believe it can be better than what you and Colin have now.
Earlier in the scene, Harper alludes that she doesn't have anyone that cares about her, but she's wrong. Sometimes the pain and suffering blinds us to those who really care about us. Harper has her brother, she has Violet, she has Megan. She has people in her life, even if she doesn't want to see it. I personally believe, no matter who you are, there's always someone out there that is caring for you, that cares about your well-being. It could be a family member, a teacher, a friend, a pet. Someone out there cares for you. The scene continues as Harper grabs the door, now preparing to leave the conversation and return to the familiar life of abuse she has become accustomed to. But if she decides not to open that door and instead open the hopeful door of uncertainty, it could lead to a better life. Harper decides to take a leap of faith that things can be better for her and her brother. She finally tells Megan the complete truth and shares her story.
Our dad hits us.
That single sentence is the absolute bravest thing I've seen on Young Justice. It takes sheer bravery to stand up for yourself. It takes bravery to go into the unknown, wanting it to be better. It takes bravery to open yourself up to people like that. And also, it took a lot of built-up trust by Megan for Harper to even feel like she could tell Megan that. I have personally worked with children who have been abused and also in the foster care system, and I can tell you from personal experiences, it takes a lot for them to feel trusting enough in you to confide in you. I once had a kid come up to me and he said, my mom beats me, like my mom's not a good person. That is such an honor, honestly, for someone to feel that comfortable to share that with me, but it's an honor that you don't want. It's an honor that you wish was unnecessary in this world. And I made him know that he deserves better. He deserves a better life. In the background of this scene, you can see a poster. It reads, "Living with abuse is no life." If you are living in an abusive household or a destructive lifestyle, I urge you not to settle for the familiar. Familiarity isn't worth it. It's not worth your endless hours of struggle. It's not worth the pain you feel. It's not worth the anxiety eating away at you day after day. I challenge you to be brave enough to demand more from the world because you truly deserve it. If you know someone suffering from domestic violence, be Megan. Be supportive. Be empathetic. Listen to them. Believe them. Just be there for them. If you or someone you know suffers from domestic violence, you can call 1-800-799-7233 or go to thehotline.org. That's the video for today. If you got something out of this video, be sure to like, comment, share it, and be sure to subscribe. And sincerely, thank you for watching. I'm out.